What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and more Birthright domain reviews. We're getting towards the very end of our domain reviews here for the core and weir setting, and today we're going to be looking at the Royal Guild of Baruk-Azhik. So again, kind of spoiled here if you're playing a dwarf, and again, any of the campaign is either focused on Baruk-Azhik at all, or you have multiple players who are dwarves and again want to have their domains. So you have again Moradin's Forge, which we saw in a previous video on the religious side. Now the Royal Guild of Baruk-Azhik, which again we've already gotten some description as to its importance in the Baruk-Azhik video and domain entry, but when we get to the point where we cover the player's guide to Baruk-Azhik, we'll definitely dive in a little bit more, because again those guides really provide us just so much more valuable and interesting information on some of these other domains, especially these smaller non-political ones, right? So this one is neutral good, recommended. So again, a player may play this. And members of the Royal Guild, as it says here, number among Anweir's finest spies. So you got some pretty solid holdings here, as we can see. So certainly in Baruk-Azhik, a fair bit in Coronace, and also in Osorde. So interesting there that they're fairly heavily invested in that because of, again, the ongoing sort of conflict there. Now, it's interesting to note here too that in the Baruk-Azhik domain description, it does mention that a trade route runs all the way down to Ilion, but we don't see any actual holding there, like not even a level 0 or something like that. So that is certainly interesting. Now, Regency, again, fair bit generated, accumulated. So again, it's pretty solid footing there. Again, very generous treasury here. Again, larger than a lot of other political domains we've looked at. So the guild pours much of its revenue back into the kingdom. So naturally, again, it's just compared to all the other domains we've looked at, right? The dwarves are sort of in sync on all these different levels, right? The political, the religious, and the guild side. So you don't have to worry about sort of any internal conflict. There's not rival competing dwarven guilds or religions. So it's really just a matter of looking at possible expansion to the non-dwarven world and increasing, exporting dwarven trade goods and importing other things that the dwarves don't make or just would like to have. So, but again, there's that dwarven distrust of all non-dwarves that will need to be overcome. But so far, it looks like, again, the guild's got some pretty solid holdings here. And again, they're doubling also as spies and possible recruiters for humans who they think can be trusted for the political domain. So Dirk Watershold is another just powerful character if you want to just run the domain as is, right? Level 10 Thief is nothing to sneeze at to start off with. And again, solid bloodline and neutral good. So, and again, also controls the intricate spy network here. So, and he is 100% devoted to the dwarf realm. So again, you have a very reliable champion for the dwarf realm. And again, if you're playing sort of a campaign where players are all invested in the different dwarven domains here, the political domain, the religious, and the guild, again, this could be just a fun experience where you have 3 different players at least working together towards the betterment of the dwarves. The Royal Guild spreads its tendrils across the eastern marches with holdings in 3 kingdoms. Its operations involve mining, overland shipping, and expeditions into Canasi as well. Dirk Watershold's main opponents are Gorian Hiriele and Elamian Lamir. So, and again, we've covered those a little bit more in the other domain reviews previously, so check those videos out. Guild operatives spy in each kingdom where they have holdings, and Watershold reports what they learned back to Grim Greybeard. So, again, you have a sort of dual-purpose domain here. Obviously, bringing in as much money as possible with all these trade relations, trying to expand trade relations where possible and where the dwarves feel it's viable and the relations with the humans can be trusted. But again, that spying is potentially something that could be sort of a come back to bite the dwarves, let's put it that way, if it were caught, or if they were caught or discovered, because again, they have that distrust of the humans and are just they're at the same time they're looking to recruit humans that they can trust to maybe help out with, again, the other very real problems that the dwarves have. They just don't have enough numbers to deal with all the Orogs. But at the same time, they are, doing what every other domain does, right, and spying on everyone else. But, that's kind of again, double-edged sword here, because if they're caught, certainly that's going to hamper some relations with the domains that they are trading in, and could lead to some other problems and potential political consequences if, they were maybe somehow set up or framed for something, and their spies were caught. That could certainly sour relations real quick and potentially cause them or have to devote more resources towards, let's say, somebody wanting to invade the Dwarven realm, while they're still trying to deal with all the Orogs and everything else. So they do have to tread super, super carefully there. But otherwise, a very fun domain that, again, is in a great position too, because everybody certainly wants high quality Dwarven goods. So you don't really have any competition in that regard. It's just a matter of dealing with the other human traders, and as we saw, the rivalries there. So something fun to play up, and certainly there's some challenges there for the DM to provide for players. So again, we've seen some of the other guilds represented here that are also in the Heartlands, so we've covered those a little bit more previously. But there's also the Points East Trading Guild, that's Lamy and Lamier, the Mazel Shippers, Highland Overland Traders, again, that's Gorian, and then the Council of Leaders, which really is just a, again, unique situation there in the Chimeron. So let us know, guys, in the comments if you have either been a part of the Royal Guild of Baruk-Azhik or run it as a domain as part of your campaign. Love to hear how you guys have incorporated it. Hit us up in the comments there, guys. Like and subscribe, please. We have, that helps all the time. It keeps the channel growing and keeps these videos coming, and we will have more for you guys soon as we get to the final domain in our core and we're setting review here, so the second Swamp Mage. So thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.